Hello friends, this is Rupesh and I'm watching CP Peanuts video series on In Short, and in this series I cover topics in very short form, or at least I believe they are short. So let's discuss what is BFS and DFS differences. And before going this, you should be knowing what is BFS and DFS. They are tree and graph traversing algorithms. So BFS stands for breadth first search and DFS stands for depth first search. BFS uses queue data structure to find the shortest path, whereas DFS uses stack. So this is queue, this is stack. This is very simple. Third one is BFS can be used to find single source shortest path in an unweighted graph. Because in BFS, we reach a vertex with minimum number of edges from the source vertex. What it is trying to tell you is, so if you see this graph, if this is your root, meaning starting point, and let's suppose you want to search this 9. Now you have DFS and BFS. So in order to find the shortest path for this, if you will use DFS, which is not good, why it is not good, I'll tell you example. The depth first search work like this. You will go from here to here, then you will go here, here, here to here, here to here, 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 and then you will reach here. Probably you can either go from here to here, and then maybe from here to here is skipped. Maybe you're going from here to here, and then from here to here, and here to here. Either way you can choose, from here to here, here to here, 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 here. Like this. But the point is, see how many hops you are taking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 7 to 8 hops you are taking in order to find this 9 is there or not in this graph. Or what is the shortest path? No, you don't know. You're not reaching to the conclusion that you have actually visited this node from source with shortest path. No. So DFS will not work. Why BFS will work? Let's see that. Maybe it's just like, okay, you're going to process 2. Okay, fine. 2 is there in the queue first. So you have to initialize this queue first in order to start on this graph. So you'll process this 2, meaning you'll remove this 2 from this queue and you'll say 3 and 9. But the moment you're pushing this 3 and 9, you can check whether I'm getting 9 or not. So the moment you push 3, you saw that, okay, it is 3. No, I'm not looking for 3. So you pushed 3 inside this. But next was 9. You was looking for 9 and this is 9. So you got it, right? So you don't have to do all these things. So you know that, okay, I was processing children of 2, meaning I can directly go to 9 from 2, correct? So this is what it is. That's how we say BFS is good for finding the minimum number of edges from source to vertex. But the condition is it should be unweighted graph. If it is weighted, then minimum can be different, okay? And fourth one is BFS is more suitable for searching vertices which are closer to given source. It is very good for searching closest nodes. Like as I was searching 9, so as we saw the example in DFS, we were coming, there was a possibility that I was coming from here to here. But in BFS, it was like this and this. So I just directly reached here, correct? So that's why this point is that you will take lesser time to reach to the vertices which are near to the source. That's why you will use BFS and you will not use DFS for such cases. And BFS consider all the neighbors first and therefore not suitable for decision making trees used in games or for puzzles. So this is very classical example. I'll tell you, BFS is not good at everything. I said that, okay, BFS is good for finding the shortest path from source to destination if it is non-weighted graph. But DFS is good for decision trees. Like if you are playing chess, then the possibility is if you move from here to here, then your possibilities will open from here to go to so many places, right? So if you will try to model this into graph, then it would be like this. It is actually pointing in a depth first search, not the breadth first search. Because at this location or this location. So if you choose to go to this location, then further you can go either here or here. So there is no point of this guy. So that's why in that case, you don't need BFS. BFS will not work in that case. Correct? Because we have 2 ways and you can choose either of the place to go. Correct? So DFS can be used for decision tree making like games, which is like puzzle games and chess game. And sixth one is generally requires more memory than DFS. Yeah, actually when you use BFS, I showed this, right? You have to maintain a queue. So suppose after this 2, there were millions of edges. Then you would have stored all those million nodes inside this queue, which is of kind of a waste. If you will go for depth first search in that case, then you are just paying the price for recursion stack. That's it, from here to here, here to here. But you're not storing anything, correct? So that's what it is. And eighth is optimal for finding the shortest distance. Oh, I actually already discussed this. Now it's time to see the actual example why you will go for DFS and BFS. So it will be very clear. So let's suppose you have a family tree. So this guy may be Ram in maybe 1900. Now you want to find the children who are actually alive now. Where you can find all those things? In the bottom only, right? So if your result mostly lies, or maybe these peoples are also alive. Maybe this is dead or this is dead. But these two people are alive and all these peoples are alive. So if you see this, mostly your result lie in the depth of the tree or graph. So this problem itself telling the solution that what you should use. You should use DFS because depth first search, meaning it will search depth first. So you're actually interested in depth, right? But let's suppose if you want to know how many children Ram had or maybe their children's. So this guy and this guy. You are not bothered about these guys, right? So now your result lies not in depth. So you will go for breadth first search. So you can see that it is highly subjective what kind of problem you are dealing with. So then you will use either of these two. That's the whole catch actually. And if you ask me what you like, I'll go with this. Because it is very simple to implement. It's just recursion and I like recursion so much. So I'll see you in the next video guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.